attend, or even a church, that I wanted to feel loved in this religion. I wanted to feel like I could be myself. I could make the mistakes. I could sin, and it's not the end of the world. That all I need to do is learn from the mistake and realize where I went wrong, why I went wrong, and that I don't need to go down that road again. And Buddhism definitely, I mean, 100% helped me. With it. What drew me to Buddhism the most was the liberation of self, is the responsibility of one's own self. It places heavy emphasis on self-reliance, self-discipline, and individual striving, which was important to me because I needed to be in control of my life. Now, you understand? Because growing up, obviously, as a kid, you're not in control of your life, right? Your parents are the people that tell you what to do, where to go, whatever. Then I had my daughter. Though I was in control, I really wasn't, because having a baby held me back, right? It was my choice. I had sex. I understand that I am the reason why I was a teen mom, but it held me back. It still took away some of the control that you get when you're that young, and you get to explore, and you get to go to college, and you get to go to a job, and you get to join the military. Like, yes, when you have a job, but it's not the same. I still wasn't in control. Then I'm in this relationship that I'm being abused. I'm being told what to wear, where to go, where to stand, how to look, all of these things, not in control. The car accident, out of my control. Everything is out of my control. But I needed to feel like I was in control. I needed to feel like I was in control of my future, that I was in control of the right now. And it was important to me at that moment. It was what I needed. And so, for so long, I felt so defeated, and I felt like I was losing myself. I was losing, like I said, losing control. And Buddhism, allows you to be self-sufficient. You have to learn how to properly meditate. You have to pray and feel it in your bones, inside, mentally, and know that you are praying to a higher power that's listening to you. And it's not attached to anything as far as, oh, if you do this, God's gonna bless you. If you do that, whatever. No, it's just about finding yourself, finding an inner peace, and seeing the good, understanding that there is bad, understanding that there are murderers, there are rapists, there are people that lie, there are people that sneak. Understand that you're going to have a bad day, and some days you're not going to be chipper. Understanding that, but also understanding that there will be good. There can be good. If you see it, if you see past all the negative, there is a good place that you could be. And so that's why it was so important to me. And when I expressed that to my therapist, I mean, she was really happy with the fact that I was really trying to find an inner peace with myself, and that therapy and studying Buddhism was how I did it. Going and talking to someone and acknowledging the state that I was in mentally really, really helped me. And then the 2 books that was recommended to me that I read and that I still read. I mean, I sometimes look at these books and I go, there are days where I'm like, I need it. And it's called, the 2 books are The Mastery of Self by Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. and Being Peace. Those 2 books are really good books if you are interested. The Mastery of Self is the book that I feel like is a good book therapy wise. You understand what I'm saying? It's a book that really has you look at how you deal with things emotionally, how you deal with others, and how others, and your reflection of how others look at you and how you look at others. That book is really good for that. And Being Peace is just a book that's really, it's good. It's big in the Buddhist community. It's one of those first timer, like virgin books. If you are trying to learn and get into Buddhism. I mean, I was so grateful for my therapist for helping me on the path of becoming a better version of myself and becoming a better mother. I was able to sit down and have a conversation with my kids, talk to them about their fears, understand them, able to help them with their emotional trauma, and also acknowledging that they too need someone outside of me, outside of family, that they could voice their opinion to and listen to them and talk about their mental state. Therapy is something I think everybody, even if you haven't had a trauma or you think that your life was good, I feel like there's a point in everyone's life where something really triggered an emotion that you didn't know how to handle, that even if therapy doesn't have to last forever. And the whole point to me, and I think my therapist even told me, is that you don't need to go to therapy forever. And it shouldn't be forever. You should get to a point where you don't need it. You should get to a point where you can cipher through life and cipher through your day and be able to cope and move and reflect and take a moment and say, how is this moment affecting me? How are my actions making this situation better or worse? What am I doing that is going to make someone react? You understand what I'm saying? So at some point, you need to take the tools that your therapist gave you and use them. But until then, going to therapy and understanding why therapy is so important is something that I hope any listener takes from this. I hope you listen to my story and understand that I am in such a better place because of it, that I really don't know where I would be if I didn't go to therapy, and if I didn't start studying Buddhism and learning how to meditate and learning how to be one with myself and appreciate myself and love me. I really don't know where I would be if it wasn't for that. And if you're going through something right now, whether you're in an abusive relationship, whether you're a single parent, mom or dad, and you're ready to pull your hair out, whether you're in a job, whether you're whether you were sexually assaulted, child abuse, any of that stuff. If you're going through any of that right now, I want you to know that there are people out here. We care about you. And no, everybody doesn't have family. Everybody doesn't have a blood relative who wants to listen or is willing to listen. Please know that there is help. There are hotlines. There are people. I'm listening. If you want to leave a post, if you want to leave a comment, if you want to ask me questions, there are people that can help you. There are people that will be there for you to help you get through this moment. And be okay with therapy. Black people, be okay with therapy. Anybody. But I'm telling you right now, in the Black community, it's really hard because we got that don't ask, don't tell thing in the family. You keep everything on the hush hush. If you look right now, what's going on with the Me Too movement and R. Kelly and Michael Jackson and all that stuff, if you think about that, and I'm only saying them because they're high profile, and if I say these names, people know what I'm talking about. If you think about what's going on right now, everything is hush hush, everything is quiet. That's how it is within the Black community. Don't make it hush hush. Don't make it quiet. Don't tell your kids to whatever happens at home stays at home. Talk to someone, speak up, listen for the signs. Okay. Don't just leave them out there. I mean, I had a lot of people who left me. I had a lot of people who said they were tired and didn't want to deal with the fact that I was in an abusive relationship and didn't want to deal with me not picking up and leaving him. Don't do that. Don't turn your back on someone who needs them. And seek help. Please seek help. And it doesn't require medication. I did not take medication. Like I said, the therapy was my medication. The studying Buddhism, the meditation, the changing my diet, the support groups, the, spending time with friends, spending time alone. That was my medication, and that can be your medication. And there's nothing wrong with it though. So listen, I do believe that some people medication is just needed. Okay. I get it. I have family and friends that, they need it. I'm not against it. I'm just saying, I thank goodness that it needed, and I was able to find a line where I could walk on my own, but not on my own, with the help, but without medication. But I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just want you to know that therapy is okay. And I want you to know that there is help out there. And I want you to know that you can do it too. I'm telling you right now, I didn't think I would be here. If you would have asked me back in that relationship, if you would have asked me back before therapy how angry I was, if you would have known how I felt inside, the misery, the guilt, the self-hate, I would not be able to tell you that there is a bright side. The door can open. You will see some sun. You just have to want it. You have to want it, and you have to take the help. You have to be willing to take the help. So I hope that today's podcast really helped anyone out there. And even if it isn't you, if you know someone that is going through something and you think that they recommend it, give them the phone number. Don't just tell them to go to therapy. Give them a number. Give them a person to call. Give them the resources, because sometimes they need that push. Sometimes someone needs you to do the work. But just know that there is help out there, and just know that therapy, I mean, it saved my life. Okay, it saved my life. It saved my life, and it saved my kids' lives. So thank you for listening today, and until next time, have a good day.